Okay, so here we are, losers quarters between Bees and Soopah. I'm not sure if we're gonna get an Inkling Ditto because I don't think Soopah is a particular fan with the Ditto, but I don't think Bees is either. We'll see if they do an Inkling Ditto. Let's turn up the font a little bit. There we go. So, they're heading off to Pokemon Stadium. So, who are they going to play? Bit of debate about who they're going to use. Soopah is going to... So... At Bees, it's going with Inkling. I believe Bees has a better understanding of this matchup than I did when I played against Scores earlier and Losers. And I think the main thing is obvious that as Inkling against Toon Link, you need to play more grounded rather than jumping in the air and such. I think that applies to zoners in general, or in this case, Toon Link, Young Link, or Link. I'm not entirely certain. Very even start for both players so far. Oh, I like that little... Interesting choice there, Bees approaching the possible up air. Only one up air hitbox came out though, which in some cases can be followed with an up smash, which can kill depending on the percentage, of course. That's good for Bees, jumping away from the up air. No point trying to fall down quickly, challenge it. Bees better be aware of his ink, because he's almost out. Couldn't set up the Booyah, but doesn't really need it so far. It seems to do the better of the two so far in terms of stage control. Oh, nice arrow. That was good. That was a good approach option for Bees. Pretty sure when Bees basically approached Soopah the way he did, it was unanticipated with the fast falling to the roller. The boomerang made Bees flinch there, but it didn't put him off. Oh, that's a bit careless. Air dodging right into young Toon Link's up there. Sorry, up tilt. Bees now getting zoned out by Toon Link projectiles, boomerang, bombs, arrows. And he lands right in front of him. That is not ideal. Now he's trying to force Soopah off stage. But Soopah's just not having any of it. Nice catch on the ball, but Soopah caught it again. It's all happening here. Oh, good air dodge, good air dodge. Oh, the bomb just caught him there. The startup of the super jump. Oh, that was lovely. And that's the thing from Toon Link players. If their bomb gets deflected, and if they, in some cases, they can not only re-grab it, but also risk throwing out a forward air. Not only catching a bomb, but in that case, land a hit on their opponent and take the stop. And Soopah just chilling it back. using projectiles, but that was a free roller hit for B. Taunted? Okay. I wonder if that's going to tilt Soopah. We shall wait and see. I think the audio is slightly off, so if it is, we apologize for that. Nice. Yeah, if Inkling gets an up throw up there, platform, then basically they can follow up with another up there. Don't think that's escapable. That was a nice fast fall back here. Ooh! Bit of a close call. Oh, that was a fortunate hit with the up tilt. And Soopah landing the up air gives it lead. So far, so good for Soopah. To link choice. Oh, it looks like the audio is fine.
Stop battle.
I just think Beast needs to be a bit wary about when he's approaching Soopah, because sometimes when you're further away from Link, it may look like a straightforward approach. But the boomerang and the arrows, they can really catch out anyone approaching unsafely. We're off to battlefield for game 2. Once again, Beast just trying to dash tiny squid dots all over the stage. All Soopah has to do is use a projectile, and that easily can stop Beast in his tracks. He's looking as if he's starting to hold back a little, but that's good to see. Maybe relax on the aggression. Soopah landing successful hits and whiff punishes, it must be said. And there's a saw. It was pretty certain that was going to kill. Soopah just missed the bomb there, but that doesn't matter. Beast just missed out on a grab. Oh, that's a misinput. That is a misinput. Had Inkling been at a high percent, the up tilt would have certainly hit. Soopah still alive. Battlefield has a higher ceiling. Oh, held the shield for just too long there, Soopah. When he gets so nervous, just figure out what your opponent's about to do. All of a sudden, you find yourself getting cracked. Beast is having a hard time not only safely approaching, I feel, but when he's trying to land an aerial when approaching, he's getting whiff punished a lot. And he's also being beaten up by the projectiles fairly easily. I mean, it could be down to the case of Soopah using them at the right times, but it could also be over-aggression on B's part. But I feel like Soopah has just had to stand back for the most part in this match so far. I thought Soopah was going to go... Oh, wow. Well, Bees is now resorting to mental tactics. He thinks that by taunting, he's going to throw off Soopah to do something silly. I don't think Soopah is going to fall for something like that, sure. Soopah hoped to set up another bomb to full up for there. Wasn't given a chance to. That's not going to kill just yet. Oh, air dodges right into B. It's not ideal, but does seems to get away with it. I don't really sense much pressure coming from Soopah's aspect, even if he gets hit. In fact, he taunts back at these. And now Soopah is freely jumping all over the place, and Beast is actually having a hard time trying to catch him. Oh, good timing with the boomerang, stopping Beast in his tracks with the roller. Soopah has let himself get hit by roller a few times, but not at crucial moments. Oh, just missed out on getting hit by the splat bomb. But even then, he would have had to time the tech by the stage in order to get a second chance recovery. That's fairly difficult if you don't have the timing down. Boomerang saves Soopah there. Oh no, he SDs though. Apparently he had no jump, or maybe he misinputted. So, bit of a surprise turn of events there as Bees wins the second game. Game 3, we are heading off into Town and City.
Start the battle.
I still think it's Beans who's under pressure the most overall in this match, from what I've seen so far. I think Soopah for the most part has been chilling. So, game 3, and we're off to Town and City for this game. Tuning's jab just beating out Inklings. Maybe he's did not input it fast enough, I don't know. Soopah managing to escape from the down throw combo on the first incident. And once again, Soopah relying on just standing back throwing out projectiles, which has been working a lot in this set so far. I think Soopah hoped that he was going to land down fast with that down there. Soopah keeping Bees at bay, which is working well so far, but Bees is now starting to become more successful in landing his hits and getting less whiffs as a result. He's now trying to enforce Soopah to approach himself. I don't think I've seen Bees trying to utilize Splat Bomb enough times to try to challenge out Soopah's projectiles. Alright, that was a good use of the Splat Bomb there from Beast's part, because then it puts Soopah to shield. It might help him out a bit later on, depending on set scenario. But it's good to test something in a match to see if it's going to work or not. Like, even if it's fairly risky, knowing what's going to work and what isn't is going to help out the player in the long run. Bees is now keeping his distance, and Soopah is actually starting to aggressively approach Bees. So Bees is now starting to get into Soopah's head a little. The taunts may be a factor as well, I don't know, but look at Bees, he's just standing still. And Soopah is actually approaching now. So I think the change of playstyle is now throwing off Soopah. Oh, that was just a perfectly timed back air. There's nothing Soopah can do about that. Super just released shield at the wrong time in the said scenario. Oh dear, a missed grab. Yeah, I'm starting to think now that Super is starting to get thrown off by the taunting. Because oh, he almost got hit by the forward smash. But yeah, I feel like Super is now approaching more unsafely and is actually the one approaching more aggressively than Bees was. Because Bees, as well as taunting, has changed his playstyle in this matchup. He's now doing what Super was doing by just standing back or so. Except he doesn't really have any projectiles apart from Splat Bomb. He's only really used it a few times where he wants to test out to see if it's going to be useful or not. But now Beast is getting hit by Toon Link's projectiles a lot. And it's already at 62%. This is not looking good for Beast. He's trapped by ledge. Oh, good up air, but it's not going to kill. Oh, that was brilliant from Super. That's a good way to punish Beast for trying to mess with his mentality in the set. So can Super complete the task and go free and win the set 3-1 to advance to losers semis?
Stop battle. Bowser Jr.
And Beast is actually going to switch to Bowser Jr. Now, he has said he is starting to pick up Bowser Jr. again. Not sure for certain matchups or whatnot, but only time will tell. Super now going Inkling, but Super ain't happy with Beat automatically starting the set. Oh, Super's gonna stick with regular Inkling go. I know there are cases where the character ults that a player uses can somewhat have a mental impact, but hopefully that's not the case for Super. I'm not sure how much knowledge Super has in this matchup, but Bowser Jr. can certainly challenge Inkling in the air, that's for sure. I think it might be worth for Super to maybe try to utilize, I think they call it the Koopa Troopers, I'm not entirely certain. Now, Inkling slid there when doing the forward smash, when doing the dash cancel forward smash because of ink from the roller on the stage. That makes Inkling slide, actually. Not really seen too often, because Inkling players will typically jump out of roller as soon as they land a grounded hit, so they can land right in front of their opponents and just smash attack them to take the stomp. Yeah, that was a poor choice there for Super. I would just grab said, again, I think it's called a Koopa Trooper, but I'm just not entirely certain. Super throwing out hitboxes now. Oh, we want to do a back air, but Bowser Jr.'s neutral air does come out fast. Need to treat it with respect. Oh, just. Roller actually does beat Clown Card, but Beach threw out its hitbox just in time. And again, we're seeing Super just jumping over Bowser's little Koopa Trooper. I think the Inkling player is better off. I think Super is better off just, you know, grabbing it and then trying to throw it back at him. And in that instance, again, he just shielded it. That shield just survived a splat bomb in the face for Bees. Super starting to land more successful aerial approaches. Although I feel Bees is doing better in the whip punishing department now. Got up just in time to throw out his shield. Super trying to make Bees approach. Splat Bomb just landed in time for Bees to get caught out by it. Nice grab. Ooh, Splat Bomb just went a bit further away. Good get up attack. Just missed the grab. I do think. Oh, went for the grab. Fair enough. I think because he didn't want to risk getting hit by Bowser Jr.'s hammer. An unsafe approach, and that is a stock. Up air almost killing. Oh, he went for jabs instead of going for a grab, and it's 48%, just like that. Super starting to roll a little now. I can definitely see some matchup inexperience on Super's part. Oh, just decided to spot dodge instead of bring out his shield. These managed to shield the back air Super landed, but Super slaps him in the face with an ink brush. Oh, goodness me. The range of Bowser Jr.'s up smash is actually fairly surprisingly short when it comes to trying to approach by dash cancelling it. Definitely needs practice trying to get the positioning right in order to pull off up smash hits. Oh dear, Super air dodges right into the Koopa Trooper and stayed on ledge too long to get in by forward smash. So we got a game 5 scenario. Matchup inexperience is helping Bees get taken to overcome Super. But I wonder if Bees, starting the game straight away without Super selecting his preferred Inkling ult, and as well as throwing out the taunts and such, it's really throwing him off mentally. I'm not entirely certain that's the case, but although I think there is a bit of signs that this is happening with Super, I hope that's not the case, but only time will tell. We're going to Town and City for the last game.
Start the battle, Bowser Jr.
And Super going back to Toon Link. So the matchup inexperience was too much for Super to handle, I feel. So again, by scenario, Super going back to playing Toon Link. Wants to zone out Bees as much as possible. Starting to land projectile hits so far. Boomerang comes to the aid for Super. Good timing with the shield. Oh, I don't think the short hop was intended. Super now enforcing Beast to approach again. However, he's taken the most damage in this set so far. Sorry, in this game so far. Rolls away and just stand back. Didn't want to challenge Bees. Fair play to win. And Super runs right in front of the Koopa Trooper. Which is why I feel you're better off picking it up and trying to use it to your advantage in this matchup in particular. Especially considering how slow it starts up at times. And the fact that when you do grab the Koopa Trooper, even when it's near to explosion, it refreshes its charge rate. It refreshes its timer for when it's set to detonate. He lands on the platform, and that is the stop. And he's trying to rub Sultan through with by taunting him back. Not taunting him back, sorry. Boomerang once again. I mean, it's been fairly useful for Soopah since his shield is his shield is near perfect. Lovely parry, and converts the bomb to forward air. But unlucky there, he's getting comboed. Oh, poor get-up option. Good jump away. Air dodges right into Beast when it's unanticipated and jumps out of disadvantage just in time to avoid getting hit by the hammer. Now now Soopah's standing back. Again, he's just jumping up the Koopa Trooper. I would much prefer to pick it up. Because even if you can't hit Bowser Jr. with it and trust his shield, that will still add pressure to the Bowser Jr. player to approach him, to force them into shield, which could convert into a grab in some cases. But again, I think that's matchup dependent. I think the matchup inexperience is still holding Soopah back in this matchup. And not just with the Koopa Trooper, but as well as how much damage he's been taking in set combos. Some scenarios where Bees managed to catch him out, where Soopah probably unanticipates it. But I do think the main factor of why Soopah's struggling in the matchup is because of the Koopa Trooper. He's throwing out taunts as much as he likes, trying to laugh at Soopah's despair. Bees is really giving Soopah the disrespect. Good timed air dodge, by the way, from Bees to save his second stop. But it does look like Soopah again is now throwing out hitboxes, even when Bees is not nearby. And Bees starting to approach more of down B because he knows Soopah doesn't know the best way to counter it. Ooh. I thought that was a bit dangerous for Soopah. Oh, okay, he did not get hit by the Koopa Trooper. That's very fortunate on Soopah's part. Soopah once again using projectiles to zone out Bees. And hey, if they do hit Bees, that's free damage for Soopah. But when Bees approaches and lands his aerial hits, he's getting more rewards in general. Very poor approach from Soopah, and he's getting juggled still. Parry saves him there. And again, he's reluctant to basically pick up the Koopa Trooper. That's probably why it's better off picking up Koopa Trooper. Because Soopah jumped onto the platform there, Bees was able to land and neutrally land the cannonball onto Soopah. Now, obviously, that most likely looks like a mix-up, but it's still though. Soopah is in the lead now. Bomb almost hit. Bees. This is getting very tense. Good up air. Pressure on Bees. I don't think I've seen Soopah attempt to approach Bees up close and throw out up B. Soopah Cat stays on the platform. That's a wise choice. Oh, goodness me! He grabs him! I cannot believe that! That was quite a grab. Super pops off. And you know what? I don't blame him. Oh, now he's taunting bees in real life because of the taunting game. Oh my goodness. But you know what, man? Fair play to Soopah. Fair play to Soopah. He got his revenge on bees. That was an amazing set. That was amazing. Well done, Soopah.